soldier in the Revolutionary War, a maker of building tiles, but above all, a savior of men's souls. A reminder of those days of simple, rugged faith is preserved today on the Albright campus by the Sylvan Chapel. These ancient furnishings are linked with the name and the times of Jacob Albright. This name and this tradition is the college's heritage. Two main streams join to form the present college. The older Albright was situated in Myerstown, Lebanon County, and performed a fine service for many years. Simultaneously, Schuylkill College was operating in Reading. These two institutions, only 25 miles apart, were combined into one with the merger of the two arms of the Evangelical Church. Let's look at the Albright of today. It has a sightly campus, 40 acres at the base of Mount Penn on the residential outskirts of Reading. Here are 14 buildings implementing the work of the college. Selwyn Hall, oldest of the academic buildings, has been expanded and improved in recent years. The White Chapel is dear to the hearts of all alumni. The administration building, hub of the college, contains offices and classrooms. Myrner Pfeiffer Hall of Science is a magnificent memorial and the center of an outstanding program of scientific instruction. The Alumni Memorial Library was dedicated in 1936 and is already outgrown. One of the finest physical education buildings among small colleges is this new gymnasium. Albright Court, recently acquired, was converted into a student residence, giving the college superior dormitory accommodations for 120 men. These and other structures give Albright an impressive plant. In fact, if the city of Reading did not have Albright in its midst and decided to build a new college here, the city would have to spend nearly $3.5 million to duplicate these buildings and grounds. But fortunately, the college is here at no expense to the taxpayers. However, what cannot be valued in dollars is what goes on inside the buildings. It takes 1,000 days to gain a college education, 1,000 days of hard intellectual work, listening, absorbing, drilling, practicing, and learning, learning, learning. In classroom after classroom, hour after hour, this process goes on. In the laboratory, one may learn about the various forms of energy that perhaps can be harnessed for man's use. Or one may catch some insight into the mystery of living organisms. In the library, a student has access to a storehouse of man's recorded knowledge. And in the quiet of one's room, the slow, hard process of higher education continues far into the night. It takes teachers, too. The teaching faculty at Albright numbers about 60 men and women. Friendly, scholarly, Christian in conviction and precept, good craftsmen, dedicated to the art of kindling a student's spark of native ability and blowing it into the full flame of creative intellectual power. These and all the others constitute a great team. A mark of distinction was accorded the Albright faculty when Professor Gingrich was one of 2 Greek scholars in the nation chosen to edit a new lexicon of the Greek New Testament under the auspices of the University of Chicago Press. And speaking of the faculty, many alumni have warm recollections of Teacher Garlick, now retired, but with her inimitable personality unchanged. A major department at Albright is home economics. Under the direction of Mrs. Anna Heer Smith, girls prepare for professional careers in institutional management, merchandising, teaching, or consumer service. At the Metropolitan Edison Company, Albright students receive on-the-job instruction and practical experience leading to future jobs as consumer service representatives. Cooperation with local industries also takes such forms as this, where Professor Handorf is supervising a chemical research program in the field of dyestuffs, sponsored by one company. The Psychological Testing Center gives invaluable counseling service to help students choose careers for which they are well fitted. This service is also available to local industries desiring to have employees tested for job aptitudes and similar personnel problems. Albright College and the Reading Hospital collaborate in nursing education. Albright faculty members supply the academic instruction in the hospital's regular training program, and Albright girls taking the 5-year pre-nursing or the laboratory technology course receive their clinical work in the fine local hospital. To learn how economic theories work out in real life, students majoring in business administration take frequent field trips, such as to the narrow fabrics department of the Berkshire Mills. They also spend a week in New York each year, making an intensive tour of business, industrial, and financial centers. Albright cooperates in 2 constructive evening programs of adult education. With Temple University, courses are offered to teachers wishing to gain credits toward a higher degree. And Albright offers its facilities to insurance companies, preparing agents for the certified life underwriter examination. A varied educational program of this scope doesn't run itself. Here is the academic leadership: the president, the dean of the college, the dean of women, and the dean of men. It takes business management, too, and many conferences like this between the chairman of the trustee finance committee and the treasurer are responsible for the remarkable record of Albright College in running in the black for 14 of the past 16 years. Student publications give an outlet to the writing and editorial ability of future journalists and authors. The Y Cabinet promotes an all-year program of religious emphasis and social service. Albright College musical groups appeared before 21,000 people during the past year. Under the direction of Professor Duddy, these groups have won wide fame. The social year reaches a climax with the stately and lovely exercises of the May Day celebration, when Her Majesty, the Queen of the May, receives the homage of her loyal subjects. And of course, the Albright Lions herald a vigorous schedule of intercollegiate and intramural athletics throughout the year.